Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Stardew Valley. Are you ready for a check-in? Let's see where we are. Let's see, it's that top one. Hometown Farm. We are at the end of year 5. We are actually on the last day of year 5. I thought this would be a good time to check in because I don't really have anything important to do today. I'm really excited to start the next year because we're almost done. I'm almost done with perfection. I have 240 hours in on this save, Hometown Farm. This is my first farm that I started all those other ones, but this is the only one I've actually played for an extended period of time. And I just played for a really long time. After I got a couple years in, I was like, okay, I want to start accomplishing things. So that's why I've spent so many hours. Yeah. Anyway, let's go see what's going on. We're ready. Here we go. Lots of things going on. And it's going to be cold because it's winter. But it's the last day of winter, so that's very exciting. I'm very ready for winter to be over. Even though it's so short in this game, I'm still always very ready for it to be over. Okay, very quickly. A real life... Okay, a day in the game, in real life, takes like 13 minutes to play. It takes me like half an hour to play. And if I'm talking and recording, it takes longer than that. So if you came here thinking, oh, we'll just watch one day and it's 15 minutes. No, that's cute. No, that's not how it works. So because the day goes so fast, I pause a lot. Not just when I'm recording because I have all these things I want to say, but because I do this whole, especially when I start up a day, I go, okay, what was I doing if if I'm not playing day after day after day immediately, but it's like been 24 hours since I played, then I have no idea what I was doing when I ended. So I've started taking notes. I have like a little sticky note on my desk that says, this is what you want to do today. But I didn't actually look at it because I don't have anything to do today. So this is my house. This is all the decorating in my house. I have all these catalogs. I have all the catalogs. I put the Jojo one over there because it's too bright and it doesn't belong over here, even though this one's a little bright too. I really like the way those look. Those are just fun. There's no purpose. I mean, I'm not trying to decorate. I accidentally bought the chair and then I bought the tree on purpose. It's a thing. I think I got the cat and the fireplace at the desert festival, I think. Anyway, also, I keep forgetting this. Look, that strange capsule. I still haven't done anything with it. I looked it up. I know what you're supposed to do. You place it, and then after a couple of days, it cracks open and something happens. I don't know what happens because it doesn't say on the wiki, and I didn't want to know. But I saved it because I'm like, well, I showed it to everybody when it happened, so we have to see it explode or crack or hatch or whatever. It's not going to be today, though. But I will record it when I do, and then I will give lots of spoiler warnings because some of you don't want to know. But it's a really, really, really rare occurrence. So, I feel like I have to let you have the option. So then I was getting to... I'm going to just check everything, make sure we don't have... Okay, my crops in the greenhouse are not ready. I was approaching the end. I was finished with almost everything. I have 2 fish to catch. I still have to catch the eel and the legend, and I've had to wait till spring to do that. I still need the tub of flowers recipe because I can't get that till the flower dance. Let me tell you something. If you're new, if you're gonna go for perfection, every time you're playing and it says, you go to a festival and it says you can get this recipe, buy the recipe. Don't do what I did and go to Spirit's Eve and it says, here's the jack-o'-lantern recipe. And I thought, I'm never gonna decorate with jack-o'-lanterns. Why do I want that recipe? I'll just buy a single jack-o'-lantern. We'll be fine. Well, then I ended up waiting almost a full year to get that recipe because you have to craft every recipe in the game to get perfection. What even? So I'm just saying, buy them all. Buy all of them, because especially if it's a festival thing, because otherwise you're waiting a whole year to get it. Why did I start talking about that? I don't know. Oh, so I was starting to get to the point where I was done, or close to done. I'm very close to done. And I realized it's going to take me a long time to buy that clock, right? I mean, getting 1,000,000 gold is not super hard. Getting a couple million, I think the return scepter, this thing down here, I think that was 2,000,000. This, and it's the coolest thing in the world. I think that was 2,000,000 gold. But then after you do that, and after you pay 1,000,000, couple million in total for the obelisks, then you have to get 10,000,000 to buy the clock. So I'm still working toward that. That is why I have the crystallariums in my house. These are all making diamonds. I had been using crystallariums to make jade, so I could get staircases for the, what do you call it, skull caverns. But then I was like, no, I need diamonds. So I made a bunch more crystallariums, and I'm making diamonds. I have cactus growing. Part of my day used to be watering my cactuses and cactuses. I don't know, watering those and watering my coffee plants. I got that later. But then I found out you could just put, like, what is it? Deluxe retaining soil? I don't know, some kind of magic retaining soil that means you don't have to water them. Let's use this one. So now I don't water them, and I kind of miss it. I kind of miss that being part of my routine, but I had to like break them open and replant them. Anyway, it's a thing. So down here, this is all ancient fruit. So I put my ancient fruit wine in these casks, and then it comes out iridium quality and makes tons of money, but it takes, I don't know, like 2 months to get it that high. And I put this here so I have somewhere to put the wine, so that when I'm ready to move it over, I move it all over. I know I could fit more in here if I scooted them around a little bit, but I like it to look nice too. Come on. So there's my basement. I don't have anything else decorated. There's really a whole lot of nothing. I think before I quit last time, I checked. We have, the spirits are very happy. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I have to wait until the flower dance thing to get that recipe, but there's one other thing I have to wait for, and that is, I'll have to show you. Okay, hang on. Let's look at this. So I really wanted, it's not part of perfection to this level, but I wanted everybody at 10 hearts. With the dateable people, you have to have married one, because you have to get all the star drops, and one of them you have to be married to get a star drop. Anyway, but I wanted everybody to be at 10. If you don't, the ones you don't marry, you can just cap at 8 if they're dateable, but I wanted everybody at 10. So I gave everybody who was dateable, I had to give them a bouquet, and then I had to woo them. And I think I said before when I was wooing Harvey, because, you know, he feels like a grown-up and somebody that I could actually date, you know, if I were in that horrible place where I had to date again. It was awkward. It was so awkward, especially when you get to that 10 heart and there may or may not be kissing involved. I don't even want to talk about it. But then I had to do that over and over and over, and sometimes with girls, which is not my thing. And I don't know if I was even more uncomfortable with the girls than the boys. I was so uncomfortable with everybody. And because I rushed them all at once, I had, like, in one day, I got letters from 5 people that said, hey, meet me by the saloon tonight after dark. Hey, meet me on the beach on a sunny day. Hey, meet me in the mountains. Hey, meet me at the spa after dark. I don't even want to talk about that one, or the secret woods after dark. Anyway, I had 5 of those on one day in my letters, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go do all of those in one day. And that was a floozy day for me, because I'm kissing everybody everywhere I go. Plus, I got one 10 heart event that I didn't get a letter for, but it happened. So there were actually 6 in one day. It was awful. It was horrible, okay? It's a very well-made game in that it made me so awkward. It made me feel so awkward. But look, I got everybody to 10. So that's great. But what happened... I haven't been able to watch Leah's 10 heart event because you can't do it in winter. And I happen to know that if you're at 10 hearts with all the datables, with all the women, and you've seen all of their 10 heart events, and then you go to Haley's house, there is a little fight there, and they're pretty mad. I didn't know there was the same with the boys, but we already had that one, and it was rough. But that's why I haven't already married Harvey and worked on that, because I want to finish. I want to do Leah's 10 heart event and then watch that thing and see that. It's a thing. But yeah, so that's why we still got to go. Quit carrying the cookies. So you see this path? See how it's kind of there and it's kind of not there? And then there's nothing right there. Yeah. So let me just tell you, did you see how I was carrying the cookies accidentally? I didn't mean to carry them over my head, but I was. Sometimes you walk around and you're accidentally carrying stuff over your head, right? And some people care and some people don't. And I try to always put them away. And I have my horse calling here, my little horse flute, which was the thing I wanted the most. And, you know, I ride it and I go wherever. And then I jump off. And then I switch over to this, to the hoe. I don't know if you're looking at my tools, but I switch over to the hoe so I don't accidentally carry my horse flute all over or whistle when I don't want him, whatever. But I rearrange things when I go to the mines. So I came back from the mines. I should pause it. I came back from the mines and I accidentally had a bomb over my head. And I was standing right here and I dropped a bomb right there in front of my house and I blew up my path. And so for like 2 or 3 days I was going, well, I'm going to have to rebuild that path. It's really annoying. I can't stand it. It's making me crazy, but I'll get to it. I got stuff to do. I'll get to it. What I didn't realize until I went, so I was going back and forth and I was selling a bunch of stuff to try to make money, and I was like, well, I think I'm going to move my obelisks, because this obelisk, my mini obelisk, takes me down there to my other obelisks, right? So I was going to move my mini obelisks. So I came from my shed over here. We should at least drink some of this so we go a little bit faster. I came from my shed over there. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go over here to my obelisk. My obelisk was gone. The only thing that was right here was this owl statue. This is my what do we call it? The dwarf king thing. And there used to be a statue of blessings right here. This one takes 20 iridium bars to build. This one takes so many things. So many things. Let's see what it takes. Oops, right here. And you have to earn it when you do masteries. This takes 999 stone, 999 fiber, 999 sap, and 333 moss. So I had the stone, the fiber, and the sap, but I didn't have 333 moss. And guess what you can't get in the winter? Moss. So I blew it up. I blew both of those up. And the obelisk and the frog statue. So I had to craft this one again with 20 bars, and I haven't crafted that yet. Anyway, so I replaced everything, and it's very sad. I was very sad and felt like an idiot. So I will be replacing this eventually. Anyway, so there's that. The other thing is, and you can't tell now because I fixed it, but I was carrying something again accidentally. I was carrying a hat that I got, and I went to jump on my horse and I accidentally put a hat on my horse, and I rode him around for a long time because I didn't know how to get it off. If you accidentally do that, get another hat, pretend like you're trying to put that on, and it will take off the other one so you can put it on. So you just don't put the other one on. Okay, what was I going to show you? I don't know what I was going to show you. I just wanted to show you that I was an idiot. I used to have crops right here, but I didn't like the way that looked. So I put a big field right there. It doesn't look like a field right now because I had to cut a bunch of hay down. So, you know, in a couple of days. Oh, no, tomorrow. So if you don't know this, on the last day of winter, I mean, you can do it a little before, but on the last day of winter, make sure you place little bits of grass all over your farm. Anywhere that things can grow, place grass, because at the beginning of every season, there's a little growth spurt that happens to all the stuff, right? That's why you get new logs and you get new rocks on your farm that you've already cleared and a bunch of new weeds, because there's a growth spurt. But the one on the first day of spring is huge. It's huge. So probably that whole field will be full tomorrow of the grass. I don't know. I'll take a picture and we'll look at the end of the video. So we should take a picture of this. Let's take a picture of the farm right now. And I'll try to remember to put that here in the video. And then I will take one first thing tomorrow. And we will see that at the end of the video. Anyway, so that's where we are. I did get, can you see that little mushroom tree right there? So I did get some mushroom trees. You have trees, there is a chance one of them or more of them will turn into a mushroom tree. It doesn't grow, like you don't grow a mushroom tree out of nothing. One of your regular trees turns into a mushroom tree. And all of a sudden I had 3 mushroom trees and I didn't know where they came from. Couldn't tell my daughter because she wanted them so badly, and I didn't want to confess that I got them without caring. But this is what you need to know. In the winter, they go down, they drop down to these little white stumps. I think those are white. Anyway, and I was like, so is it gone now? What do I do? And the next winter, they're back to full trees. So don't cut them down thinking that they're gone, because they're not. They'll come back. I already showed last time, but I'll pop in really quickly. I have, this is all ancient fruit, and I have 2 of every tree except for the banana and mango, and then I have 3 back there. If you have not, okay, so see the pomegranates on the left and the peaches on the right in the back. Those are, I have 3 of those just because I think they're prettier and I like that arrangement, but those are worth more, and if you dry them in the dehydrator, bank. You make so much gold off of those. So if you have some and they're just sitting around, or you just sell them like that, don't sell them. Dry them first, and then you get lots and lots of money for them. That greenhouse makes me some pretty good money. This is Grandpa's shrine, and I like to keep it just wild, and he has those beautiful mystic trees and whatever. This is gonna be a way too long video. I gotta stop doing this. I'm not gonna fit it all in the day. Lava eel and stingray. This has evolved over time. Those are my dehydrated, probably peaches. I don't know, they might be pomegranates. Bone meal down at the bottom. I only have 1 of each machine as far as the mayo and the cheese and those things on the left, because I'm processing a bunch of those. But these right here, so this one that's cooking and this one that's cooking, those are my little control indicators. So those tell me when these down here are done. So I fill these up. When I fill this side up, I go up and I put one in up above. And when I fill these up, I put one in up above. And then, because I go to that shed every day, then I know when those are ready to be changed out. And I don't have to check this shed every day. And I didn't want them just sitting out in front of the shed, because that's not what this farm is. My farm is a farm. It's a working farm. It feels like the farm I grew up on, farm. So it's not going to have a ton of wood pathing, and it's not going to have all kinds of machines out that don't actually fit on a farm. It feels like a farm. So I wanted that to kind of feel like a farm. This is a little cabin. My coop is over here with a little mill. This is a cabin. I put it down here because I wanted to have one originally, so that as I was coming up here, if I couldn't make it in time, I could sleep there, because you can sleep there and not get in trouble. It's like you're sleeping in your house. But then I was like, I really like this coop, and it's super, I mean this house, and it's this cabin, and it's really cute. And I have a tiny lore about it. I don't generally do lore, but this is my mom's cabin. My mom passed away a few years ago, but I'm pretending that I have a farm, and I wanted her to have her own special place. So she was an artist. This is like her own little personal artist retreat. And it needs work, right? There's not a whole lot to it yet. But these walls are just kind of, because out in the woods, sometimes you run into some leftover walls from other things. I've seen them. It happens. But the coop is there because I thought she wouldn't want all the cows and stuff by her. She grew up on a farm. She's fine with all that. Spent a lot of time ranching because my dad is a cowboy. But she would be fine with the coop. So we have, because she grew up, with chickens and things like that. So we have our little coop and my dragons. I don't care if yours are dinosaurs, mine are dragons. And when the weather's good, they just roam free. See how their fences aren't even closed? Yeah, we just let them roam free because they're sweet and cute and adorable. But these animals all get put in a fence. These are my, let's see, we have a pig and some cows, and then over here we have, I'm totally running out of time. We have 2 sheep, 3 goats now, and I think I have 6 ostriches. And let me just tell you this. Okay, so, Okay, I have to confess this. So this is an auto grabber, and you can buy an auto grabber from Marnie. I don't remember how expensive they are. If you have a barn and you can buy one, they're huge. It's big. They're not huge. It's a big deal. It's very helpful. But to the left of that, quick look, that's an auto petter. You can't just buy those. You get those as a lucky drop in the Skull Caverns, in the regular mines. I don't know. I got mine in the Skull Cavern. So what happened was I needed to clear like 100 levels in the Skull Cavern in one day as a Mr. Chi quest, which is pronounced Chi, not Key. Looked it up. It's a whole name of Chinese origin thing. I could go into it, but I'm not going to. Anyway, a Mr. Chi quest that you have to do that all in one day, right? And so I took a luck buff, and it was a super lucky day, and what did I eat? I ate what was it? Oh, a lucky lunch, and then I think I wore a luck ring, and super lucky day. Anyway, tons of luck, slamming staircases to get through that, and on treasure floors, I got 3 in one day. I got 2 back to back, like one floor auto petter, next floor auto petter. It was crazy. It was a crazy day. I was like, how is this even possible? And then I think I have 2 more since then, because I try to go to those things when I have a lot of luck, and apparently I have a lot of luck. So, but this is what I was going to say. I was going to say, see how there's an ostrich? Ooh, I have 4 ostrich eggs. Because I have, if you don't know this is after the 1.6 update. If you get a gold cracker, where are they? Okay, over there. See where the hearts are, and there's a little cow cracker thing? If you get a gold cracker and you feed it to one of your animals, then they will produce double forever. Except the pigs. You can't give them to the pigs. But I get plenty of ostrich eggs because of that. The reason I'm telling you that is an ostrich egg itself sells, I want to say, for 900 gold. But if you put it in a mayonnaise machine, you get 10 mayo for that, and it sells for like 4,000 gold. Maybe more than that. Anyway, 4,000 or 5,000 gold instead of 900. Put it in a mayo machine. I try and save 1 in case I want to, have another ostrich, but put them in mayo machines. Trust me, it's worth it. Okay, we are so running out of time. Those are those things, planted trees. They're going to grow. So down here, oops, crash. Down here, you have my little mushroom cave is in there. And I showed you how my obelisk, so cute, how my mini obelisk brings me here. These are the other main obelisks, beach and mountains and desert and Ginger Island. Is there anything I need to show you before we go to Ginger Island? I don't know. Let me just look really quickly. Got all the masteries. Oh, the furthest I've made it in the Skull Caverns is 130. It shows it down there at the bottom. I don't care. Doesn't matter. That's done. I only have the tub of flowers recipe to finish. I need to get full hearts with them, but that's okay. Those are done. That was very exciting. Oh, this is the other thing I want to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm probably really loud. And I think the Excedrin has kicked in, and I'm riding a bit of caffeine. So this is called shipment. If you're new, one of the things you need to do is you need to ship 1 of everything. And that means you have it and you put it in that box to sell it. You can't sell it at Pierre's. You have to actually put it in the box. And you have to sell 1 of everything. And when it's colored in like that, then that means you've done it. So I've done all of those. But, and there's go over there. Sorry. there are cooking things, and you have to cook all of everything, and that's similar. But the thing that I didn't know, let's go here, is which one is it? Polyculture, this one. You have to ship 15 of each crop. So there are some crops where you buy them, initially you buy them and you plant them because you need them for the community center, or you need them to make money or whatever. But then you learn about shipping and you're like, okay, I got to ship one of everything. So you got to plant everything. Oops, don't go to that one. This one. But there's a list of crops. I think there's like 28, 38. I don't know. There's a list of them, and you have to ship 15 of each of them. And if you're like, oh, I'm almost done, and then you have to go do those, and you don't have Pierre's lost stock list, then you have to wait till spring before you can get those seeds again, unless you happen to have one and can put it in a seed maker. Anyway, you need to ship 15 of each crop. As you're doing your crops, get 15 of each crop and ship them. But also you need to ship 300 of one crop. It doesn't matter which one, anyone on that list you need to do. We're not going to look at all those. Anyway, so what do I need still? Craft Master. I can't craft that last one because I don't have that last recipe. Have to catch the last 2 fish. And then this is what you do after you get perfection. You go to the summit after you finish everything. That's what that one is, I think. Let me look. Yeah, I think that's what that one is. So that's all I have left to do there. Is there anything here that matters? I don't think so. Anyway, I just have these 2 fish. Everything else is done. I said before, if you want to play the game, but you don't want to fish, but you want to finish the community center, check the traveling cart and check with Krobus once you unlock the sewers, because you can buy a lot of them there. If you want to complete this or perfection, you have to actually catch them. So that's your thing. Okay, so let's I feel like there was something that I wanted to show you and I don't know what it was. What was it? Oh, I know what it was. I don't know if we can get there in time. Let's see. Let's do, I don't know what time it closes. Let's go here. And let's see, call my horse. Oops, further up, call my horse. I have that little shipping bin there, and it's awesome. And I have a little chest over here that I put fish in or things I harvest out of my pots that I don't want, and then I sell them right there. It's very helpful. I'm just going to take you over here really quickly. I hope we can get there before it closes, because I don't know when it closes. When does the museum close? Let's see. Oh, awesome. My museum is finished. And I found a little diagram thing online. Look how beautifully organized that is. I did not come up with that. I have to close it to pause. I did not come up with that. But I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I want mine organized like this. So I had to pull it all apart and do it all again. From now on, I'll just put it on in order because it was a lot of work. If you want to rearrange yours and you don't know how to do that, if you go over here to this little note that's on the board right here, you can rearrange it. That'll let you rearrange it. So I'm going to go out because he wants to close and go home, I'm sure. I don't know. Anyway, and then I have I have set up the movie theater. I've gone to one movie because you have to see a movie to finish everything. And then I have not done the community upgrade where Pam has a house. I will do that soon, but I want to finish the what do I want to finish? Oh, I want to get the clock first. So, really quickly. So, I did the thing where everybody loves me, whatever. And you go to the saloon, and that's where the men all have it out, right? They all have their big fight. And they say, we're not going to talk to you. We're going to give you the cold shoulder. And so then I talked to each of them individually, and most of them were like, it's okay. I think we can get through this. Harvey broke my heart because he was like, you told me that I thought you wanted to get married and have a family, and you broke my heart. It was super sad because I had romanced him first. But then, so you talk to him, and they say, they go through that initial, I think we can work through this, or I'm going to need some time to process this, or whatever. And then you talk to them again, and they give you some one-liner that says, you need to go away. I'm not talking to you. for a good long time. I think it lasts a week or something. But it's really funny because they're all sweet in that first one saying, we can get through this. I'll give it another try, or we can be friends or whatever. And then they go, I can't even look at you right now. It's so funny. Anyway, so that happened. I don't know what's going to happen with the women. You want to see Ginger Island? I guess I could take you to Ginger Island. That's about all that needs to be done. I don't decorate outside of my farm. I haven't done that yet. I might. I don't know. But let's go to Ginger Island. So we'll go over here where I haven't blown anything up yet. Again. I hope I can get that made again soon. I go over here to Ginger Island. I don't know where I'm going to put those. I hate those obelisks. They're so big and ugly. I mean, they're not ugly. They just don't fit on a farm. I don't know. But so here's my Ginger Island farm. Okay, just a sec. So here's the thing I was going to say, because I don't know if I'll go back to my farm. But I don't know where I'm going to put that big ugly clock. So if you have a farm and you're trying, I wish I could put it in a building. If you're new to this game, there's this big ugly gold clock that costs 10 million gold. And it's like this big status symbol, look what I did kind of thing. And I think it's hideous and it doesn't blend. You can't put it inside a building. I'm like, can I put it behind a barn? I mean, when you walk behind the barn, you'd see it, but I don't know. Let me know if you're one of the people like me who thinks it's just horrible and has found a way to hide it. I mean, I guess I could rearrange my obelisks and have it tucked behind. But right now I feel like my obelisks are also kind of gaudy, and so I've got them kind of down at the bottom as inconspicuous as possible. Anyway, I don't know. So this is all ancient fruit. I did the Mr. Cheese challenge where you have to do the beans and plant it all there. This is taro root. If you plant it within 3 squares of the water, you don't have to harvest it. We need more triple shot espresso to get moving. And we need our horse. So if you plant it within 3, it'll just grow. It'll just think it's watered. So go ahead and plant those. You don't need sprinklers for that. And then I just got my bee house is set up with that fairy rose in there, because fairy rose honey is the most valuable honey. I did not come up with this pattern either. I know, I want you to see it, but I don't want to lose time. So there it is. Because the fairy rose is in the middle, you're not going to accidentally pick that, which is a thing that happens. All of those are collectible and within a close enough distance that they will all be fairy rose. They will all pull from that flower. Quick glance inside the house, and then I think we're done. And then, yeah, it's a good thing I didn't have anything to do today. I just have a couple of things here where I throw stuff while I'm coming out of the caverns and whatever. I haven't been in the caverns in a while because I didn't need to. So initially, this middle spot right here, this was coffee. This was all coffee plants because I love the triple shot espresso for the speed boost, and I wanted more. And you have to have a lot of coffee. I think it's 3 coffees for a triple shot espresso. Hey, triple 3, that makes sense. So I planted, that whole thing was full of coffee, and then I had like 10 kegs over here. And then I realized I have more coffee than I'm ever going to need. I'm still doing that little bit of coffee over there, but I have plenty. And so now that I need money, this is also all ancient fruit wine. And then these, I found a list of, these are the things that are more profitable if you put them in preserve jars than if you put them in kegs or some other way. So these are all to use in my preserve jars, these preserve jars over here. So I just pop over here every couple of days and check things and see how things are going. This is just kind of an extra little money-making spot on the side. So there we go. I don't think there's anything else. Why did I? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to hit that one. Oops. I meant to hit that one. There we go. Okay, so that's the thing. Look at this. We're just going to run around and go, where would you put that big ugly clock to hide it? I could put it behind my house, but then I'd have to take down some trees. And I love the woodsy feel. I absolutely love how woodsy my house is. Yeah, I don't know. So can I, like, I was hoping I could put it like behind my coop, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't think the coop is tall enough. Maybe behind the shed. Again, I don't know how tall it is because I don't have one. So we'll see. I don't know. I think that's everything. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's really important to show you. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to park my little horse right there. My little horse Clover. And we're going to, oh, if you don't know how to get him, the bush behind the playground, the 28th day of any season at exactly noon. Kind of push the bush, you know, interact with the bush like you do for berries, and he'll pop out. Little giant stuffed Junimo. Okay, so, oh, look, my diamonds are ready. Okay, I'm going to grab those. I'm going to grab those tomorrow. They can just not cook for a day. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. And we're just going to look at tomorrow. We're going to look at the farm tomorrow. And then we'll be done. So you can see how much happened overnight. Oh, I'm not going to make any money. Usually I sell a bunch and have this big, large tally thing. So I'm not going to look at anything else. I'll play this day tomorrow. So let's get a picture. You can see on the left there that my mushroom trees are back. And you know how if you have a regular tree seed that drops and it won't grow bigger, it just looks like a little seed. A little tree. Look how cute they are when they're mushrooms. They're so cute and they fill it out nicely. That's a mushroom seed, I think. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, that's a mushroom tree seed. Did I get it? I did. Okay. And look how pretty. I love when the mystic syrup comes in. It's so beautiful. Let's take one of these. I should just get on my horse. Oh well, doesn't matter. And we're just gonna run around a little bit. Look at the grass. Look how much grass there is. Look how much it's spread. Isn't it beautiful and glorious and wonderful? Oh, I love it. And I got the bluegrass planted in here. Oh, I just love it so much. It's so great. And I can't wait to let all my animals out later today when I actually play this. Anyway, that's it. This is how we're doing. I don't think there was anything else I needed to show you. Okay, so here's the thing. Those of you who've been here for a while, you know, there were times when I put out so much content and then right now it's like no content, right? It's been 11 days since I put anything out. And it's hard on me. I've tried, but I'm having health issues and whatever. And I feel really bad because I used to be super reliable a few years ago and now I'm so not reliable. So I have plans, but I don't want to tell you what the plans are because then I don't want them to not happen. But I'm just going to tell you. And then if it doesn't happen, it's because I couldn't. And you'll love me anyway. I believe it. So I plan to start a new farm as soon as I finish this one, which should be today or tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. I'm going to start a new one and I want to do this is how we play it as we go kind of thing. I mean, it's not going to be like a tutorial kind of thing. I'm just going to play and talk like I do. But I plan to do that. Fingers crossed, relatively soon. I'm very excited about it. I'm ready. I don't know. Where's my horse? We should ride the horse for a minute. So, this is my farm. Hope you enjoyed your little tour. If you enjoyed this video, please turn on notifications. No, first subscribe. You have to subscribe first. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Because if it doesn't happen real fast and it's a couple months, you want to know, right? In a couple months, you'll go on notification and go, oh, I remember her. I liked her stuff. Hey, look, she has stuff I can watch now. So, subscribe and turn on notifications. It'll be great. And hopefully, I will see you very soon. Thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You rock. I hope you have a fabulous day. Tell me what you're playing, what you're loving, and something awesome that's going on in your life right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.